Welcome to Checkpoint. I'm really excited to be with you today. It's your host, Dr. Ifeoma Eze, and I'm here once again with wonderful content that will equip, edify, and empower you to become the very best version of yourself. All right, we always start Checkpoint by saying thank you. Thank you, and thank you again to every one of you out there who has been liking our videos, who has been sharing our videos, commenting on them, and most importantly, subscribing to my YouTube channel. Now, because of all that you do, our message is reaching a wider audience, and for this, I want to say thank you, and thank you again. Now, on today's Checkpoint, I have a very interesting topic for you, and I know you will love it. So, what do? Let's go ahead, share to friends, relations, associates, and neighbors. Share to every one of them and let them know that Checkpoint is on right now. I can't wait to share what I have for you today, and I know it's going to inspire you a lot. So do well to share the link. Share it everywhere, and I'll be right back after the break. Don't go anywhere. Alright, so today on Checkpoint, I'll be sharing with you 8 uncommon traits of a person with emotional intelligence. 8 uncommon traits of a person with emotional intelligence. So today I'll be talking about emotional intelligence, and some of you already know that it's seriously my thing, and I am an emotional intelligence expert. I've been that for many years, and I am here to share with you on 8 very uncommon traits of those who have emotional intelligence. Now, why am I sharing on a topic like this? You know, a lot of things have happened in our nation, a lot of things have happened all around us, and these are things that happen simply because some people somewhere refuse to practice emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence will save you from dilemma. Emotional intelligence will help you avoid regrets. Emotional intelligence will help you become a very composed person. When we talk about emotional intelligence, what do I really mean? I mean that emotional intelligence is the skill that helps you to recognize, understand, and tune into your own emotions in the same way you recognize, understand, and tune into the emotions of other people. While managing yours, you are also able to manage an effective relationship with the other person. So when we talk about emotional intelligence, it's not only about you. Well, it starts from you, but it extends to the other person. So you recognize, you understand, you manage your own emotions, and only then will you be able to recognize, understand, and manage the emotions of another person. So we have been able to agree on a particular thing, that those who excel better in business, those who excel as leaders, those who become prominent, wonderful people in our generation are people who possess sufficient skills of emotional intelligence. Now, one thing you know about emotional intelligence is that it is not an innate skill, which means that nobody was born with emotional intelligence. You have to grow and develop that emotional intelligence. It doesn't happen because you are grown. It doesn't happen because you are old. It doesn't happen because you've had experiences. No, it happens because you intentionally and deliberately made a plan to see yourself grow, to see your emotions grow, to improve on who you are. Only then will you be able to understand the concept of emotional intelligence. So today I'll be sharing with you 8 uncommon traits of a person who has emotional intelligence. And like I told you, because emotional intelligence is not an innate skill, you are not born with it, you can develop it, which means that some people have high EQ, that is the higher emotional quotient, while others have low EQ, which is also called the lower emotional quotient. According to Daniel Goleman, one of the very founding fathers and somebody who made emotional intelligence a very prominent word in our society, was one of the things he said was that emotional intelligence can determine to a large extent, almost by 85%, your success in any organization. In fact, he said it matters much more than IQ, because you might have an IQ but never become a leader. But when you have emotional intelligence, you become that leader that people run to. You become that leader that people find succor under. All right, so I'm going to share with you these 8 uncommon traits. I would like you to go through each of these traits and look at it and ask yourself, in what way can I become a better person who wields a very strong emotional intelligence skill? All right, you have it, you know it, and you can utilize it. So I'll be sharing with you 8 uncommon characteristics of a person who has high emotional intelligence. Number 1 characteristic is the characteristic I call self-awareness. Of course, you may have heard me talk about self-awareness as it relates to emotional intelligence. Self-awareness helps you to understand who you are. It helps you to understand your peculiarity. It helps you to understand your uniqueness. It helps you to understand your strengths and also your weaknesses. It helps you to have a firm grip on who you are. In fact, most importantly, it helps you to understand what your possible triggers are. You know, some of us get triggered and we become very angry, we become very hard, we become very unhappy. Now, you have to figure out what are those triggers and what are they triggering. All right, what are they triggering in your life? What are they triggering in your emotions? Everybody has their own issues. Everybody has whatever it is that's bothering them. But see, you have to learn how to be able to understand yourself and be in charge and be in control of what you are feeling at the moment. So self-awareness is key. And if I must say, self-awareness is something that every individual must possess. All right, you need to understand how your emotions affect other people, how your emotions affect the decisions that affect the lives of other people. That is what we call self-awareness. Now, if you're able to understand what your triggers are, it will not help you to avoid those particular triggers. Many of us get triggered over different things, but we don't even know what is the source of this trigger. Why are we feeling this way once this is mentioned? Once this is done, you know, you need to ask yourself some of those kind of questions. So self-awareness is key, and it will help you to make proper decisions and have the outcomes that you truly desire in life. Is that okay? All right, so let's talk about number 2, the number 2 uncommon trait of a person with emotional intelligence. Number 2 uncommon trait of a person with high emotional intelligence is that they are humble. Oh, they are humble. See, all this haughtiness, all this arrogance is because you have not seen anything yet. When you begin to see life, when you begin to see things, when you begin to experience things as they should be, you would see that it's not anything for you to be humble. It's not anything for you to throw away arrogance and become that very humble person. Many of us are not humble at all. By our utterances, by our attitude, you can tell who is a humble person or who is not. So it's important that you are humble enough to own your own mistakes, and that you are also humble enough to be teachable, to receive feedback without having defensive mechanism. You know, many of us, we have built this strong arsenal of defense mechanism against everything that comes to us. But we need to understand that whether with or without your strong mechanism, every one of us need to become humble. All right, you need to become more humble. Even God, the Bible tells us that God gives grace to the humble, but proud, what does He do to him? God resisted the proud. All right, so this is important. All right, so number 3 uncommon trait of emotional intelligent leaders or individuals is that they are able to tune in. You see, tuning in is your ability to come into a room and you can tell that certain conversations have gone on in this place. You can tell that somebody who was just responding to you is not feeling well or is not happy about a certain decision that was being made. One thing about tuning in is that it helps you to understand the things that were not said. It helps you to understand the things that were not said. Have you ever entered a particular room, and then it looked like when you came in everybody kept quiet, so you are able to tune in to figure out that these people have been discussing stuff about you, or they've been saying negative things about you. That is your ability to tune in. Now, you don't tune in for only trouble like possible. Sometimes you tune in just to understand how to go about it. If you're a speaker like I am, one of the first things you can do when you are climbing a stage is that you have to sit back and tune into your audience. When you tune into your audience, you do a better job at delivering than just assuming, right? Than just assuming that you know what they're going to how they're going to feel. When you are about to tune in, you listen to the language tone, right? You watch out for the body language. You also watch out for the things that people are not saying. Those are the real cues that you need to be able to stand in front of them and talk. Even during counseling, if you're in an office and people walk in, you should be able to tune in to know what their challenge is, tune in to know how they are feeling about their current problems. This is very, very important about tuning in. So if you want to be an emotionally intelligent person, you need to learn how to tune in. So practice this tomorrow as you begin to relate to people or talk with people, interact with them, ask them questions, and then tune in so that you can actually perceive what was not being said, and only then and that at that time would you say that you have been able to tune in. All right, let's talk about number four characteristic of number 4 feature or traits, uncommon traits of those who have emotional intelligence is that they are approachable. They are approachable. Do you know that there are people who you cannot approach? Sometimes they don't even have to be tall and huge. Sometimes they can be small and stout, and yet you can't approach them. People become approachable when they integrate emotional intelligence into themselves. See, it's important that people feel wonderful around you, that people feel like they can be real with you, that people feel like they can be their original selves with you without feelings of condemnation, right? This is being approachable. Can people come around you and still become who they are? And they don't have to pretend, they don't have to worry about what your perception will be. In their hearts, they know that this person is super approachable, and you too have to create programs like that help you to become more reachable, more approachable. When people talk to you, do they feel okay, or do they feel like I can't live with this person, I can't talk with this person? So it is something that we have to develop intentionally. We have to become more approachable. In fact, many people are of the opinion that the tougher you are, the more respect you have. But in reality, is that really so? Let me know in the comment section. Type in the comment section right now. I want to know, do you think that when people are harsh, when they are rude and arrogant, they only then would they be able to be more approachable or show themselves? What is it? So tell me about it. Tell me what you think, because I believe honestly that when you develop your emotional intelligence and when you become intentionally approachable, it will also work out well in your life's endeavor, in everything that you do. So go ahead and make sure that you are approachable. Remember, those who refuse to be approachable are usually the poverty-stricken ones, because when you are rich or wealthy, it gives you a liberal heart. All right, it gives you, your heart is open, you are open and welcoming to everyone, and this is so important. All right, let's talk about number 5. So number 5 uncommon trait of people who have good emotional intelligence is that they are adaptable. Have you ever seen somebody say, oh, I can't adjust to it, no, I can't do this, it has to be this way or nothing? That is not a good sign of emotional intelligence. When people possess a good dose of emotional intelligence, what happens is that they are able to adjust quickly when things change or when things shift without losing focus. So they are able to readjust, they are able to realign, they are not rigid, they are not too firm, they know when to readjust, they know when to adapt. to certain issues, to certain changes, as long as human beings are alive, change is constant. Let me say this again. As long as human beings are alive, change is constant. Change is something that we would always see in life. And because of that, we need to become adaptable. We need to be easily available to readjust our programs in order to make sure that things work. People who have good sense of emotional intelligence, they are able to stay focused. While staying focused, they are also able to adapt when situation changes, when issues come up. All right, they know that these things were not planned for, but it has happened and we have to do something about it. And that is one proof of an emotional intelligent person. They're able to adapt easily, they're able to readjust and do what is right. They won't insist on their old method of doing things even if it is not working. All right, so let's talk about number 6. All right, number 6 uncommon traits of emotional intelligent people is that they are empathetic. They are empathetic. What does this mean? It's so easy to listen. They find it easy to listen to others. All right, they listen to others to understand. They don't listen to reply or to complain. They listen to others empathetically. They listen to others empathetically, and they are able to tune into their feelings. They see things from another person's perspective. Do you know there are people who are just stuck in their own ways of doing things, in their own ways of seeing things? They don't believe that somebody elsewhere has it better. They don't believe that somebody elsewhere knows it better. So they just stick with what they have always used. They just stick to what they have always, the method they have always known. And it doesn't matter who is involved. So they just stick by the book, and they forget that these people that they are leading are actually human beings. So empathetic means that you have to tune into the emotions of the people around you. And let me ask you right now, what are you perceiving as the emotion of the person around you, and what are you going to do about that? Because this is a very, very critical question, something that you really have to look into. Okay, look into it as an individual, look into it as a person, because this will make you more emotionally intelligent. So tell yourself, in what ways can I show that I care? There's a saying that goes that people don't care how much you know, they only care how much, they only want to know how much you care. Let me say this again. People don't care how much you know, they only want to know how much you care. So are you a caring person? Do you reach out to people? Did you ask that other person that was sick last week about their health? Did you ask somebody who is struggling, how are they doing, and mean it? So these are a lot of things that we really need to talk about when it has to do with empathetic. You have to feel from another person's perspective. Sometimes your perspective is not the only correct one. Others also have perspective on different issues. So you have to figure out, you have to listen well enough to be able to tune into their feelings and seek for ways through which you can actually help the other person that is not you, right? The essence of life is that you're able to help somebody else, not that you've just accumulated knowledge and you're all by yourself. That's not the plan at all whatsoever. So let's talk about number 7. Number 7 uncommon trait of those who have emotional intelligence is that they are composed. They are composed. What does it mean for somebody to be composed? They are steady, they are consistent. All right, even when everybody else is doing the wrong thing, they choose to do what is right. They stand by it. All right, so it's important. Composed makes you together, makes you steady, makes you to understand that you can't allow little things to shake you off course, right? You need to remain focused. The Bible says that Jesus, for the crown that was set before him, he endured the cross. He endured the cross, he endured the mockery and all of this and focused on the goal, on the cross, on the crown that was set before him. And because of that, he was able to carry his cross properly and also receive his crown at the end of the day. The Bible says, because of the price he has paid, there is no name on earth that is greater than the name of Jesus. The Bible says that principalities and powers bow down at the mention of that name, simply because he focused on the crown. In the same way, you too can focus. What is the crown that you are talking about? What is the crown you desire? What is that end game? What is that thing you want to achieve eventually? You have to stay focused. You have to keep steady. In fact, even when others are falling apart, consistency is the rule of the game. You have to remain consistent in that thing you are doing. See, it doesn't matter who is against you, it doesn't matter who does not support you, it doesn't matter who is not on your side. One thing that matters is that you are doing the right thing and that you're very, very consistent about it. You're very, very consistent about it. You are composed, you are together, you don't allow things to just shake you unreasonably. All right, you are a together kind of person, and this is very, very important for you to become an emotionally intelligent person. Number 8 thing I would like to share with you is that this person has to be respectful. When you are emotionally intelligent, you need to respect others. Many of us feel that we can talk to others anyhow, but when that role is swapped, all right, when the other person decides to give you that same attitude, you will not like it, you will not enjoy it. So this is the reason why we say you have to be respectful. Respect your elders, respect the people that you work with. You may even be older than them, but they are leaders. All right, you may even be older than them, but it doesn't stop you from respecting them. It doesn't stop you, even if they're not your leaders, even if they are your subordinates. You may be older than them, but respect them. It's commonly said that respect is reciprocal in nature. If you want people to respect you, you to do what? Start by respecting them back. And this is very important, because if you are not a respectful person, even in tensions, chaos will break out. All right, chaos will break out because you're not a respectful person. You need to learn how to give words that build up, not words that break people apart. Have words that build people up, words that encourage people to do better, words that tell people that they are the best. All right, words that make them feel confident in who they are. And this is so important. It's something that we all have to cultivate within us so that we can do better. So today, these are the few traits I wanted to share with you today on Checkpoint. It was snappy, it was short, but I'm sure that it will really enlighten you on the traits, on the uncommon traits of those who are emotionally intelligent. You can also add stuff like self-motivation. All right, they are able to motivate themselves, they are able to inspire themselves to take action. All right, they are able to inspire themselves to take solid action or finish their targets or achieve the things they have set for themselves. And that's one of the features of, or let's say, the uncommon traits of those who have emotional intelligence. They are able to motivate themselves enough to be able to do the things that they have to do. So there are so many other traits of emotional intelligence, but this is where we call it a day. I like you to just keep enjoying the videos, and remember that we have so many other videos on this YouTube channel. It will be a huge blessing to you. I love you so very much, and until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you so very much. Bye bye for now. Mwah. Everyone, I hope you were blessed by that message. All right, so I want you to just go ahead and support us. If you are led, go ahead and just sow into the account right on the screen. And I know that as you do that, God will bless you big time. Because of the seeds you are sowing, you will be able to reach a wider audience on different platforms. So please do well to sow that seed, and God will bless you. Love you.